What's up, everyone? It's Phoenix here, bringing you guys another podcast. So, today we're going to be talking about spoilers. And if they really matter. We live in a society today where spoilers is probably one of the most heinous crimes you can commit. I, for one, dodge literally everything that has to do with any spoilers that I might want to watch. It can really be anything. Right now I'm dodging everything to do with Red Dead Redemption 2 and Fallout 76. And it kind of got me thinking, why do we care about spoilers? I mean, at the end of the day, it's still the same thing. It's just that element of mystery is gone. And honestly, I think that's really it. Our bodies and brains crave the element of mystery, the element of the unknown. And I think once that gets spoiled, once there is no mystery anymore, once everything is revealed to us, it no longer really matters. It doesn't have the same effect anymore. A lot of what movies and TV shows and video games have going for them is the element of surprise. It's like, oh crud, there's a plot twist or there's a cliffhanger, and if that cliffhanger and plot twist gets spoiled ahead of time, it's something like, oh, yeah, that's the thing. But we also live in a day and age where everyone talks about spoilers at some point. Everyone shares spoilers at some point. Whether it was on Twitter, which please don't, especially the first week it's being released. People will release leaks and extended trailers that show literally the entire plot of the movie and in the video game. And those ones I don't watch. I have always been the person who cares a lot about spoilers. I dodge them like the plague. Like, I dodge literally everything to do with anything. Sometimes it's hard to completely avoid it, but I do try. Especially since I am a reaction channel. I want to be able to give you guys my raw reaction. And if I already know what's going to happen, that's not going to happen. Right? If I already know that, there's going to be a jump scare there and there's going to be a plot twist there, it kind of ruins that reaction because it's no longer a reaction. It's more like an acknowledgement that exists. And a lot of what movies and video games and even books have to do with entertainment, a lot of what it has going for it is that experience, your experience, how you experience whatever it is, right? If you go in and you know the entire plot of the movie, there's no surprises. There's no mystery. You already know how it's going to end. And a lot of what entertainment has for it is that experience. That OMG moment where you didn't see that coming. Now, there's a difference between being predictable and being spoiled. Sure, it might be predictable, but maybe in the experience it was fun. But if you already know what was going to happen, and you already know everything that was going to be, then it no longer has that same effect. It's like, oh yeah, I saw that coming a mile away because I already knew it was going to happen. And there's one person, I forget who, but a while ago, someone tweeted. It was actually a significant person, I think, as well. is that spoilers don't affect your experience. It shouldn't, something along the lines of it shouldn't affect your experience. And you shouldn't really care about it, basically. It's basically the summary of that tweet. And my reaction to that would be, well, no. I mean, a lot of what movies and a lot of what makes something entertaining is the fact that you don't know what's going to happen. If you have that great experience the first time, like, oh wow, this was so amazing, and there was this epic plot twist, I want to go watch this again and relive that experience, then you're able to go do that. You might know everything that's going to happen, but now you get to relive the experience you initially had. If your initial experience was, I already knew what was going to happen anyways, and it wasn't that good to begin with, then you don't have that urge to watch it again and say, well, what did I miss? You know, now that I know this whole plot twist thing, was it already there? Were the elements there? You know, could I have figured it out before? And that's the beauty of a second viewing, is you get to relive the first experience. You know everything now. Now you can go in and watch, you know, the whole thing and see if you can piece it together. And that's kind of a fun little game. But if you already knew everything that was going to happen, it's not really the same thing. You don't really get that raw reaction that you initially had. You might be able to cry again for the umpteenth time after you watch the same scene over and over again, but it's still not going to be that same feeling. And at some point, you'll just be numb to it, probably. And I do think that experience affects how you perceive the movie. If your memories of a movie is really, really positive, or even a show is really, really positive, you're more likely going to want to go rewatch that again. If it was more negative, or more like, it happened, but there wasn't really any mystery to it, there wasn't really any excitement to it, then you're probably not going to want to watch it again. At least not right away. Definitely not in IMAX. I mean, those things are expensive. And it really does depend. Like, the whole horror genre in general has that element of mystery behind it, going for it. You take that element of mystery away. You tell everyone where all of these scare scenes are, where all of the, you know, where the jump scares are, where, you know, what this happens, and, you know, you tell everyone all of that, and there's no horror anymore. The whole point of horror is that you don't know what's going to happen, and therefore it can be scary. And even mystery. Like, mystery movies literally revolve around mystery. The fact that you don't know who the person is who killed, you know, the king or whatever. You don't know who did it. And that's the whole premise around that mystery, is that you need to figure out who it did. Maybe it was the butler. Maybe it was the chef. Maybe it was his own wife. And you get to the end of the book and it's like, oh yeah, it was the wife. Like, she had this thing going for him, and now she killed him. And now you have that element of surprise, and it's like, oh yeah, it makes sense. Or it doesn't make sense because there wasn't really any evidence to prove that. But either way, that element of mystery is what makes it exciting. If you already knew the solution to the problem, you'd be like, oh yeah, I already know. You know, what's the point of reading this if I already know what's going to happen? And that's a big argument. What's the point of watching this movie if I already know what everything's going to happen? What's the point of playing this game if I already know what's going to happen? And that's a fair assessment. Like, if I already know the entire plot of the movie and there's nothing left to discover, then what's the point of watching it? What's the point of me wasting 2 hours of my life when I already know what's going to happen? And that's what I think why we care so much about spoilers. It's really because if I already know everything that's going to happen, then what's the point? Right? I can't enjoy that experience of figuring it out for myself, and I can't enjoy just learning what's going to happen. Then what's the point? Right? If I already know the solution and the plot twist and all of it, then what is the point? A lot of movies, especially nowadays, like Infinity War, and even Star Wars, even really anything, they rely on the fact that people don't know what's going to happen. Is this going to be permanent? Is this going to affect everything that this thing stands for? And the beauty of Rogue One as well, if you already knew what was going to happen, would it have been the same thing? Would you have felt that same connection with the characters and the plot lines? Altering the experience of a viewer or a gamer or a reader really does change how they might perceive the franchise or whatever. Whether they're going to like it or not like it, or feel interested or not interested. You want to keep the viewer and the reader and the gamer guessing. Like, what's going to happen next? What's going to happen next? What is the next step? And if they already know everything that's going to happen, it's not going to be the same thing. It's not going to feel the same. Some people literally don't care about spoilers. And you know what? Good for them. That's a really great thing to have going for you. But a lot of us do care about spoilers. Because it's that experience that we drive for, that keeps us motivated. That experience in life, in movies, in games, that whole adrenaline rush that we get when the plot is thickening and we're finally unraveling everything that we need to know about this, and it's not spoiled, and we get that raw feeling and that raw reaction. I am crazy about spoilers. I am crazy to the point where I don't know things that are announced like years beforehand. It's like, wait, what? I'm like the only person who doesn't know. And I kind of like it, actually. For example, when I saw Civil War, I did not know that Spider-Man was going to be in Civil War. I didn't know about the news. I didn't know that they had the rights to him. I didn't see the trailer that had him in it. I saw Spider-Man for the first time in Avengers, or in Captain America, on the big screen. And that was a really great feeling for me. Like, oh wow, he's actually here? I didn't know that or Marvel had the rights to him, or the associative rights to him, or whatever. They actually got him. It was like, wow, that was a really great experience. Of course, everyone else knew that it was going to happen, but I got that experience that no one else had. It was a really great feeling. Which is why I keep dodging literally everything. It's like I strive for that feeling of mystery and like surprise, and it's a really good feeling. And that has a big influence on why people really do tend to care about spoilers. Not everyone. Some people literally don't care. They'll watch spoiler reviews way before they actually see the thing. And that's fine, That's why they exist. It's something that you can do. But you miss out on that experience of not knowing. Anyways, comment down below. What do you guys think? Do you care about spoilers? Do you not care about spoilers? What was an experience that you had when you weren't spoiled? Compared to an experience that you had when you were spoiled. Did it make a difference? Did it change how you perceived the actual work? Let me know down in the comments below. Leave a like on this video if you guys enjoyed it. And don't forget to subscribe for more content. And peace out, guys. It's been a blast.